My name is Mick. I'm a ramp supervisor with Swissport.
Swissport staff do all of the things you probably don't notice as you pass through an airport, from loading and offloading aircraft to handling check-in at the terminal. Nathan KEIGHTLEY has worked for Swissport at East Midlands Airport for 4.5 years. He's been furloughed since March and worries he may lose his job.
It's took its toll on the family. It really has. It really has. We've had to cut back. We're still having to cut back, and obviously when I'm made redundant, I'm going to have to cut back even more.
From Heathrow Airport to Gatwick and Manchester, across the UK, barely anything has flown for 3 months. Operations are restarting, but companies think it will be years before ticket sales return to pre-crisis levels. In a letter to staff, Swissport's chief executive Jason Holt says there's no escaping the fact that the industry is now smaller than it was and will remain so for some time to come. We must adapt by reducing the size of the workforce if we're going to survive as a company. Up to 4,556 of Swissport's 8,500 employees will be laid off. The timing of this announcement is significant. Swissport has furloughed 6,000 of its staff, and from August, the government wants employers to start contributing to the cost of its job retention scheme. So by starting the redundancy process now, Swissport can minimise the payments it makes, both in terms of national insurance and pension contributions. Regional airports will be worried. Swissport is proposing to withdraw from Southampton and Aberdeen and is reviewing the viability of its operations at Bristol, Liverpool, Glasgow, Jersey and Gatwick.
We urgently need to extend the furlough arrangements, the full 80% furlough arrangement, until at least April next year.
But the government has already said it won't do that.
Well, if the government is sticking to that position and they're not reviewing the situation and looking specifically at the sectors that are going to get left behind, then we are just going to see thousands and thousands of job losses.
Lockdown is lifting and government support is being rolled back as activity picks up again. But the International Monetary Fund believes the recovery won't be strong enough here to prevent unemployment from rising sharply.
By the end of 2021, the level of GDP in the UK will be lower than the pre-crisis level. So this is a prolonged hit. And as we know, the sectors that are getting hit in this crisis are the ones that employ low-skilled workers. They also tend to be more labour-intensive. And so the effect on employment can be substantial.
As if to make the point, P&O Ferries has decided to press ahead with 1,100 redundancies, which it proposed last month. Just as we dare to dream about foreign holidays again, jobs are being lost in the companies which would transport us there. Joel Hills, News at 10.